Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today's video we'll be looking to see how your current or potential partner feels about you. So I'll give you a few seconds to decide which option you want. Aquamarine, serpentine or opal. We'll start with option 1. The Hanged Panda. And we have the energies as to why. Four of Cups in reverse. I feel like this person feels on the fence about you here. The Hanged Panda can indicate an impasse. The King of Wands can indicate a very fiery card. Someone who's a leader, someone who's very energetic. It can be a very Aries card. Someone who's ready to take charge, who's very creative. It's a very positive card. And then you have this Four of Cups energy, which is someone who is not ready to accept an olive branch from other people. It could mean you could be a water sign, or it could mean that you can just be very emotionally closed off. The Strength card. I feel like this is generally quite positive. This person thinks you're very enduring. They think that you're a very strong inner person. They think you're, I'm getting they feel like almost Taurus energy from you. You may be a Taurus, maybe not. They feel like, here with the Three of Wands, this could mean that they feel that they have a future with you, that they're in a slow state of building that. You seem like someone that they could have a future with. You're definitely planting your seed. I call that the new job card. It could feel like it's almost like an infant stage of a relationship. Here we have the Moon in reverse. They feel that they can be very open with you, which is good. That's about fair. That's about if you win an argument, you do it fairly. That's also about having good justice. That's being very balanced, communicative. Death is change. Could this be you, or could this relationship bring them change? I definitely feel like there's almost a sense that they feel like they could argue with you a lot. I feel like they feel you have a strong personality. There's almost like a fight and make-up type of aspect of this. I feel like they do see that they could have a future with you. This is quite positive. This feels like a very normal sort of couple. Definitely. They almost feel like you could perhaps be emotionally immature, or perhaps a little bit, almost a bit silly in a way. With that Nine of Wands though, they feel there's good stamina there. I do feel like they feel that you're very enduring, that although you have some drawbacks, that this is generally very positive. I'm getting positive energies. Yeah, look, that's being yourself. That's being self-assured. That's being... You're pulling a lot of leadership cards. This person is seeing you as a king or a queen. Of course, you could be any gender, and they could as well. But this is very positive. I'm very happy to see this. They're seeing you as a leader. There's very much a sense of... They're putting you on in a very high, passionate regard. I do feel like this person likes you quite a lot, and they do perhaps see that there is a future with you. So that was option 1. Let's move that aside. And we'll go on to 2. The Hierophant. So if you pick 2, this person's seeing you as very traditional, very orthodox, almost religious, maybe you are. Four of Wands, that's public celebrations, that's getting on well with people. That's perhaps they're seeing you as someone in a position, like a good social position in public. The Queen of Pentacles, someone who's very stable, nurturing. Maybe you're a parent, or you take very good care of your plants or your pets or someone in your family. Justice. I feel like they feel you're very mature. I feel like you could actually be a more mature person. That this is justice, that you're very fair. Ooh. Now the justice here could be that maybe for some of you, I'm feeling with the Lovers in reverse, I feel like for some of you, I feel like you could have perhaps been married or in a long-term relationship before. But the Seven of Pentacles is actually gaining satisfaction from your work. Upright, it's you're working for something and dissatisfied. In reverse, it can mean that you're kind of dissatisfied. I feel like they feel like you're a bit unhappy with work, the Lovers. I definitely feel like there's a sense of they feel like you have, or maybe you have had a previous relationship, or for some of you, if you haven't, this could be them. This could be that they've had a previous relationship and they've been the one to end it. Maybe for some of you, I'm even feeling that they're perhaps thinking about or have ended a relationship to be with you. Because the Ten of Cups is getting everything you want and happiness, but the Lovers is like a breakup, a divorce. The Tower in reverse can mean, for some it can mean a lack of change, or it can mean forcing yourself into a situation. A lack of equality in a relationship. I'm feeling past, but for some of you it could almost mean that they feel like they're not going to have as much balance with you there. Maybe they feel almost like they're not good enough for you. I do feel like this is related to a past relationship, because it's very much in me pulling me back saying, no, this is in the past. I feel like this person could be perhaps worried that you would maybe go back to this person. Maybe you had a family with this person, or a home, or you had a long relationship, and they're very worried about you maybe not remaining faithful to them. I feel like that's your ex. It just immediately when I pulled it, it was ex. Too serious. And they could feel that perhaps you've been too serious before, or perhaps the relationship is now a little bit too serious. It definitely feels like this person's a bit reserved. They view you in a very positive light, but they're also very reserved about you, almost like you're too mature for them, or you're too experienced for them. Definitely. I feel like almost that you have this energy, like you are both very mature and you have this much younger energy, and I feel like for them it's like you have more experience than whoever this other person is, and they're perhaps a bit intimidated by that. So I hope that was a good reading for option 2, option B. That one keeps rolling everywhere. So now we'll move on to the last one. I just keep dropping everything today. King of Cups, if you chose the last group. King of Cups, that's a very happy card. Emotional stability, movement. We have a Cancerian card there, so we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and the Chariot. I'm going to aspect that Chariot. Now the King of Cups is happiness and stability. The Chariot is great movement. It's going after something you want, but with bad judgment here. I feel like perhaps you've made some bad judgments in love before and ended up trapped in a relationship with someone. I feel like they might also be worried about the same thing. I don't know why, but in my mind I'm hearing like motorcycles revving, almost like you're a little bit of a... you're someone who's a little bit perhaps much for them. I'm feeling like maybe they could potentially be a water sign or have a lot of water in their chart, and they're very sort of home-bodied and gentle. I feel like they feel that you have a lot of unhappiness from your past as well. I feel like you've carried a lot of pain and unhappiness from a previous relationship, and they're a little bit worried that maybe that affects you. They're seeing you as... they're definitely seeing you as almost like a Sagittarius vibe. They see you as a bit of a that's why I said like motorcyclist. It's almost like you're a wanderer, someone who's charging into things, who takes on the world. They can see you as that, but they're also seeing you as very vulnerable and someone who's been sort of perhaps thrown about a bit before. I think they definitely see you almost as a little bit wild. Perhaps for some of you there's a lack of a job, or it could be that you're in unstable work, that type of feeling. I'm definitely feeling like there's this almost like you're a younger person, you're very fiery, you do what you want, you're going to take on the next thing. I definitely feel like they feel that that's what's about you, and they feel like you could be a little bit almost a little bit wild for them. You're someone who, we have that betrayal there. I don't like to say it, but they feel like maybe you could be cheating on them, or they feel like you could in some way betray them. My energies here that I'm feeling of this person is that they're very sensitive, and they feel like you're a little bit maybe overpowering for them. Three of Pentacles, they're not... unhappy relationship. I don't like to see that. I never want to see that, but I feel like this person sees an unhappy relationship with you because they are looking for something, they're looking perhaps for something a bit quieter, a little bit more traditional. There we go, when I said they're looking for a strong family, they're looking for grounding. I feel like this person feels like you could be a little bit almost a little bit hair-raising for them. There we go, public eye, public recognition. Like you're a blazing, there we go, like blazing Leo energy, sunshine energy. Maybe you are a fire sign. And I feel like for them, they see that as almost, we have that, that's what I call the mental health card. I feel like they see you as someone who could potentially hurt them a lot. The Queen of Cups is a card of selfishness, of not being nurturing, of being very closed off, almost being, I don't want to use that phrase, very much like a nastier person. And I don't necessarily think that's true, it's just what the cards are saying. But this person's feeling like you could maybe not provide them with what they want, that you could give them a lot of grief and perhaps be a lot about yourself, a lot of sort of high-flying energy, and they don't have that. Definitely, oh no. I feel like whoever this person is that maybe you're interested in, I feel like maybe this one is better off not explored, if that makes sense. I definitely feel like they feel like you're too much for them in some regard. And that's not a bad thing. Okay, so I hope this reading was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video.